The BikeNext 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125 brings back one of its most charming and versatile small displacement motorcycles at the Suzuki VanVan 125. Known for its unique retro styling, fat tires, and go-anywhere spirit, the new VanVan returns with a modern touch while keeping its classic soul intact. Today on BikeNext, we're diving deep into the all-new 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125A, exploring its design, performance, features, and why this compact machine continues to capture the hearts of riders worldwide. At first glance, the 2026 VanVan 125 looks unmistakably retro, and that's exactly the point. Suzuki has managed to retain the iconic crowned headlamp, teardrop fuel tank, and chunky seat that made the original VanVan so recognizable. But there's a fresh twist this time: LED lighting all around, sleeker side panels, and a more refined paint finish that blends vintage charm with modern craftsmanship. The bike comes in several classic color schemes like metallic Triton blue, matte black, and a special two-tone silver and red edition that screams old-school adventure. The seat remains one of the VanVan's strongest points, wide, long, and plush. It's built for comfort whether you're riding solo or with a passenger. The upright handlebars, mid-mounted pegs, and low 770mm seat height make it extremely approachable for beginners and comfortable for experienced riders alike. Its retro-inspired digital analog cluster now includes a small LCD display showing gear position, fuel level, trip meter, and even a clock, small touches that make daily riding easier. Now, let's talk about the heart of the machine. Powering the 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125 is a reliable 124cc single-cylinder, air-cooled, SOC engine with fuel injection. Suzuki has refined it for smoother throttle response and improved fuel economy. It produces around 9.2 horsepower and 10 Nm of torque, which may sound modest on paper, but the bike's lightweight frame and short gearing make it surprisingly peppy in city traffic and on light trails. What really sets the VanVan apart is its versatility. This isn't your average 125cc commuter. Thanks to its fat 18-inch front and 14-inch rear balloon tires, the VanVan can handle all kinds of terrain, from city streets to sandy beaches, forest trails, and countryside paths. Its long travel suspension and dual rear shocks absorb bumps easily, while the low weight of just around 128 kilograms makes it nimble and confidence-inspiring, even for new riders. Suzuki has also worked on improving fuel efficiency, and the 2026 model is expected to deliver an impressive 50 to 55 kilometers per liter, depending on riding conditions. Combined with a 7-liter fuel tank, that gives you plenty of range for daily commuting or weekend adventures without frequent refueling stops. In terms of braking, the VanVan 125 features a front disc and rear drum setup, not the most high-tech combination, but perfectly adequate for the bike's speed and weight class. The addition of single-channel ABS provides extra safety, especially on slippery surfaces. The clutch action is light, gear shifts are smooth, and the engine's calm nature makes it ideal for relaxed riding rather than aggressive performance. Speaking of performance, the VanVan isn't designed to break speed records, it's about experience and exploration. With a top speed of around 100 km per hour, it's more of a laid-back cruiser for those who appreciate the journey rather than the destination. The wide tires and stable geometry give a solid, planted feel even at high speeds, while the exhaust note delivers a satisfying thump that adds character to every ride. When it comes to practicality, the 2026 VanVan 125 scores high. It's compact enough to zip through urban traffic, light enough to load on a van or trailer, and stylish enough to turn heads wherever it goes. Whether you're a beginner rider looking for your first motorcycle, a city commuter seeking something unique, or an enthusiast wanting a second fun bike, the VanVan fits effortlessly into any lifestyle. Suzuki has also paid attention to build quality and materials. The frame is tubular steel, finished with anti-corrosive coating for durability. The switchgear feels premium, and the chrome accents on the mirrors and exhaust add a classy touch. Accessories like luggage racks, crash bars, and even small panniers are available to enhance the VanVan's adventure-ready personality. One of the most appealing things about this bike is its character. It's cheerful, approachable, and full of personality. Unlike many modern bikes that feel too serious or performance-focused, the VanVan invites you to slow down and enjoy the ride. It's a bike that makes every trip, even a grocery run, feel like an adventure. Now, let's talk about price. The 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125 is expected to be priced around $4,200 internationally, or approximately PKR $1,350,000 in markets like Pakistan, depending on taxes and import duties. That makes it one of the most affordable lifestyle motorcycles in the 125cc category, especially when you consider its heritage and design. In conclusion, The 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125 isn't just a motorcycle, it's a statement. It's for riders who value freedom, simplicity, and classic design. It's for those who love to explore without worrying about speed or specs. Whether you're cruising the coast, navigating city streets, or venturing down dirt paths, the VanVan is your fun and faithful companion. It may not be the fastest or the most high-tech machine out there, but it has something many bikes lack: a soul. And that's why the VanVan continues to have a devoted following around the world. If you're looking for a small motorcycle that delivers big smiles, the 2026 Suzuki VanVan 125 might just be your perfect ride. Thanks for watching BikeNext. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth motorcycle reviews and two-wheeled adventures. Ride safe, and see you in the next video.